So while I got to watch Mrs. Bailey this semester, I also got to watch her student teacher, Mr. Wildman. And one week, the two boys that are with me did not come with me, and they were sick, so I got to go by myself, and I got to watch him present a works, like, they were learning about how to properly do a works cited and what is a credible source and what is not a credible source. And I thought this was interesting because I don't remember ever learning about this. And so they learned about like the .edu and the .com and the .org and all of that. And he presented it in an interesting way. He gave them examples, which I thought was good, but he gave too many examples. So while I learned like what to do as a teacher, I also learned not what to do as a teacher, because the students were bored, they stopped paying attention, and they were rude, and they were talking. And Mr. Wildman could not keep their attention. He forgot to put the presentation on full screen so he could see everything else that he was doing, and it just wasn't an effective way to get through to the students. They were bored, they were annoyed, and they were just ready to go home. And to me, you don't need to present them with so much information that they don't know what to do with themselves, because in reality, like, they know some of this stuff. Don't act like students are dumb. You should just go through and be like, listen, what do you guys not know? Maybe start off the class like that, because that's how Mrs. Bailey does it, and it works really effectively. And I just don't understand, like, he feels that he's better than Mrs. Bailey because he thinks that the ways that he learned in school work. Well, I hate to tell him that they don't work. Like, I mean, they do to a certain degree, but Mrs. Bailey has a lot of experience, so she knows what she's talking about, so you should probably listen to her. And I think it really just bothered me that he thought that he knew everything and that me and like Asher and Caleb didn't know anything, but really like he was the first one to always ask us for help. I think that was the most frustrating part, is because he felt that he was better than us, but really he wasn't. And it all comes down to experience. That's what I've learned. Like, you always need to respect your mentoring teacher, because they ultimately like write back to Mr. Mernon or whoever they have to write back to tell them like how you behaved in school. And honestly, his lesson plans weren't very effective. He couldn't keep a class contained for more than a couple minutes. And he just has a lot of work to do. And I really appreciate the fact that Mrs. Bailey took her time and helped me improve as a student.